What's up guys, it's that Panda Guy and I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at this the Genesis War on Discord, where they kind of updated us on the updates they were making, and we're also going to look in game a little bit just to talk about the update. I just wanted to do a video today, and I was like, you know what, we're going to slap this thing together and we're going to make it work. Okay, I am going to try to hurry this along because my dog's waiting for me to take him outside. Okay, and let's get on with it. Okay, so to start off, we're going to be reading what Cynthia had said here. We're going to look a little bit at the satisfaction area where I kind of made my statement personally. Basically, they said thank you very much for your feedback, da 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 da, and they made these adjustments. They also had my name up here, and I would have gotten a little gift in the mail, right, if I had my freaking IGG linked, and I finally linked it, but it was a little bit too late because I didn't see this. But I just don't care to link my IGG to freaking Discord. That being said, let's look at this. So Warzone adjustments. Apex Warzone will be redivided into one for every 16 alliances to enhance the fairness and competitiveness in matchmaking. And I think this is a big win because I think that lowering it to one, because now it's 32 alliances within the Apex Warzone split into two war zones, is much better. Obviously, there's still going to be some alliances within those 32 who probably don't deserve to be there or don't need to be there, right? But it's like, it is how it is, right? If you really want to dodge Apex Warzone, you just have to lower might. It is how it is at the end of the day. If you're complaining about being in Apex Warzone and getting bad matchups, honestly, it's just like, what do? Like, you have to lower your might or you're going to be up there with the big dogs. Another thing, also, I kind of dodged over this. Let me go back to it. They said for 16 alliances, right, to enhance the fairness and competitiveness. This also means, and I don't know if you guys have, and let me change screens because I'm using a new freaking recorder and stuff. This is much smoother, all right. But if you guys haven't looked at, like, for example, Warzone 1 or Warzone 2, now there's only 4, right, within the first ring, right? And that means there's going to be 2 in the second ring, and that means there's only going to be 1 group in the third ring, and freaking love this. Obviously, it's not the case for other alliances outside of Apex Warzone, but honestly, I do not mind that. I don't mind 2 alliances winning in like the last ring within these other groups. I just found it really weird in Apex Warzone because, for one, you would see a lot of really big alliances dodging each other, and you would have 2 alliances going into the last ring, but they don't even meet each other, and they're the top alliances in the game, and I just found this to be really annoying. Also, since there were so many alliances kind of split out, like, for example, before it was 120, I think 8, then it was like 64, and now it's 32, which seems a lot better for competitiveness. But you had these alliances kind of split out, and they would never meet each other. Whereas now, they're 100% destined to meet if they're strong enough. You know what I mean? Like you have Apex here at 18 billion, probably like bigger on their actual alliance. And my internet's terrible, so this is like loading really slow. Okay, yeah, 18 right there. You have what, SSI? I think they were at like 26 billion registered. You have, who else is it? ROK at probably 23, I think. Yeah, 23, 24. Then you also have that in Warzone 2. And overall, these guys are actually destined to meet. I know the Whale Alliances were really unsatisfied with being unable to meet each other and have actually really good, intense fights. So that makes it a lot better. I do think this also lowers the scale. And also, I don't know if this is every bracket, but I've actually had a lot better matchmaking in the regard of it being harder or more on the scale of us, because we registered at like 4.9 billion, almost 5 billion might, right? We're fighting a lot of these groups that are, and it's not just might, right? Because we have some good fighters, but we have Big Daddy right now, which is a pretty big whale, and to just throw us in any T6 bracket would be kind of scuffed. We do have some strong groups here, like MD71. They have some insane fighters. I think they have some whales, but I don't know if they're on like I don't know if they're like strongest guys are whaled out like Big Daddy on armaments and stuff. I'm sure they are. They have like we have IC8 here, who are absolute freaking powerhouse monsters, and honestly could have sold this bracket if they chose to. And I feel like overall this bracket is a lot stronger in some regards with like some willpower and stuff. And I mean, maybe that was just luck or something, but it does feel a little bit more balanced. And even last time around, it was generally more balanced. And let me go to my message real quick so I can actually cover it and what I said. Because honestly, I actually liked Genesis War. I like Genesis more than Archipelago Raid, if I'm gonna be honest. I have much better matchups. I have a lot better fights here. The one thing is gonna be rewards, but honestly, I would rather fight a fight that's actually fun than a fight that isn't fun and just is super hard, right? That's impossible to fight and get better rewards. I just played this game for fun at the end of the day. So basically here I say I think the rewards are better, especially since we're down to 3 rings instead of 5. It means less alliances to compete with. I would still like to see more improvement given the pool of enemies that you're competing with. Maybe something similar to Island Raid, where progression rewards you along with progression. Sorry, I freaking worded this so poorly, but I was basically explaining Island Raid, and let me give you guys an example. In Island Raid, what would happen is maybe if your alliance ranked first, meaning that they won the ruins or whatever, you guys will basically get, let's say your top player has 200 million kill points, right? They would get maybe 20 fragments, armament fragments, right? And if the second alliance ranked second, maybe their top player is 500 million kill points, they get 16 fragments or something, right? Because your alliance overall ranks better, your rewards are better, they were actually really good and like at rewarding you for placing high, and it was a super good encouraging factor. Whereas now with Genesis War, we're kind of encouraged to actually lose in our second ring because we're like, hey, we're gonna go into the last ring and we're gonna get absolutely freaking pounded, go to Pound Town, right? Because we know that we're going to get clapped in this last ring. So why go into that last ring when the rewards aren't even significantly better, right, for progression throughout rings? When we can just lose and get a better matchup, get a more fun matchup, and just have fun within the losers queue. So overall, I think like adding something like that would be amazing. Da 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 da. And I actually didn't cover this. Sorry. Let me pop back. I swear this must have been a change that I don't know if they looked at my suggestion personally, but I did not hear people complaining about the super weapons. This is something I actually mentioned in my message, but super weapons, they said they'd optimize them and I guess nerf them, right? I freaking found super weapons to be insanely overpowered. I was like, what the heck, dude? Like these things do too much, and sorry, I don't know why that did that. Like these super weapons are too insane. It did not make sense. And yeah, so I did mention time zones being a cool, time zones tweak can be considered good or bad. Yeah, I think the time zones were fine for me, and I can understand why it would be bad for other people. It's really a flip of the coin, because if if I'm not complaining right now, then someone else is complaining. If I'm complaining, someone else is happy. It's a flip of the coin. Giving more options like 4 time zones, even if the fights are shortened, seems more reasonable. I did mention super weapons here. It's cool. It's adds some risk, variety of the game, but I think it'd be better if they're nerfed. They're a bit overpowered, and it usually gives stronger alliances. Makes stronger alliances stronger. It shouldn't make as much of an impact as it does. I like the process of elimination, meaning like I think the actual matchmaking for Genesis War is better than like Archipelago Raid and stuff. Just have much better fights, much closer fights and stuff. And another thing to add to this are that there are 2 groups. Yeah, I mentioned this and how they should maybe, for example, in Warzone 1, it should be like the top 3 alliances, top 5, top 10, something along those lines to make the top alliances pair together more, make it more competitive, make it more fun, etc. Right? Overall, I mean, I think the changes they made have been really good. I will say one other change I think could have been cool is maybe opening towers, let's say 30 minutes earlier, an hour earlier, so we could set up earlier on fighting, right? Because I just think having to I think it takes too long to set up on these towers, if you guys get what I mean. Like we're freaking going into a fight and it's taking like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever to get set up into actually getting ready to fight your enemy, which makes no sense with the short time span of these fights. So it should be a little bit easier to kind of prepare and maybe already start fighting before mid opens up or something. I don't know. That's kind of my take there. And I actually don't have a lot of time because I think zombies right now are about to open up, so I'm gonna try to hurry this along. But I hope you guys get what I mean overall. I hope you guys get my points and stuff. I will say, like, some people are gonna still complain about matchmaking, and honestly, that is just how it is. I even saw some arguments on Discord, right? Some people were just saying, "Oh, this game mode sucks because it's better for whales," and it's like, dude, isn't that every single event in the game? Like, no matter what event we're looking at, it's going to benefit the whales more. If it's Genesis War, it benefits the whales more. If it's a freaking spending event, it's going to benefit the whales more. Whales are always going to have more leeway in these events, and it's really about what you make of it, how you take advantage of it, what groups you play with and whatnot, right? So I think at the end of the day, just try to find a group that matches your size. If you really want to have a great matchup going to Elite Warzone or going to the Fearless Warzone, depends on how strong you are. Try to get a group that matches what you want and stuff, all right? I do appreciate you guys, though, for watching as always. I hope you guys have a great day or night, though, and I hope you guys have a good Genesis War. I'm considering streaming, depending on how my internet's working and stuff. I might stream the morning fights and stuff. So yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think. And sorry, that was my alarm. I hope you guys have a great day or night, though, and I will see you guys in the next one. And that is about it. Peace out.